Okay, hello everyone. I will be teaching you how to solve word problems involving quadratic equations and rational algebraic equations. I made this video lesson because we need, or you need a supplement lesson kasi nawalan tayo ng session today, and then today is Wednesday, by the way. And then also we're not gonna meet on Friday because of PFT. So, I figured you'll need this kasi I know you guys. I know you by this time. Alright, so um, we are going to be talking about uh, several word problems. So there are 3 types that I will be teaching you guys. Something that has to do with dimensions, like length and width, and then a number problem wherein you're going to be looking for a number or 2 consecutive numbers or a number and its reciprocal, and then also a work problem. Okay, so today we're going to talk about word problems, as I mentioned, but there is actually a special method that we need to use when we are solving word problems, and that is what you call the RESA method. So what is this RESA method that we are talking about? So the R stands for representation. Representation can be a drawing, or let X be the number that we are looking for. So that is your representation. Your E is your equation. What is the equation that you will use? What does the equation look like? Is it going to be quadratic? Is it going to be array? And then S is your solution. And then A is, of course, your answer. Now, some of you might be tempted to put the answer already in your solution, but the answer for word problems should be in a complete sentence. Because the problem is a word problem, therefore, our answer should be in sentence form. Okay? So that is your RESA method. If you want to take a screenshot of that, go ahead. Let's look at the problems that we need to solve. So the first one is the product of 2 consecutive numbers is 506. Find the numbers. So when we say consecutive numbers, what does that mean? For example, our first number is x. The next number after that would be x plus 1. And then the following number or the other number would be x plus 2, and so on and so forth. Now, whenever we're talking about consecutive numbers, it's different if you have consecutive even numbers. Kasi ang consecutive even numbers, siya naman ay by 2. So, it's going to be x, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6, and so on and so forth. Okay? So tatandaan po kapag consecutive numbers, x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 2. If it's consecutive even or consecutive odd, it's x plus 2, x plus 4, and so on and so forth. So, let's use the RESA method. Representation po natin is let x be the first number and x plus 1 be the number after that. And then, for your equation, what does it look like? Since product ang hinahanap, so x times x plus 1 equals 506. Okay? So that is now our equation. So ang solution natin, syempre, solve na natin yan. Gagawin natin siyang quadratic. So, we distribute natin si x. And then, ililipat natin si 506. So now this is your equation. So I know it's pretty big, but you know for sure that 506 will be the product of 2 consecutive numbers. So, gawin nyo na lang ay mag-trial and error na lang kayo. Okay, magalala, hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng ganitong kalaking number. But in any case, ito yung equation natin sa ngayon. So, ano ba ang dalawang number na kapag pinag-multiply natin? It's 506. When you're doing trial and error, pwede kayong mag-divide by a specific number muna. para lang malaman nyo yung isa sa mga factors ng 506. So I'm starting to divide it by numbers. We have by 9 and then by 8. So sa ngayon wala pa rin tayo. 506. Try natin by 6. Hindi pa rin siya exact. 506 divided by 4. Let's say, if it's 4, it's 0.5. So hindi pa din. You'll have to find the two numbers na kailangan natin to get 506. Nawawala yung answer key ko. Malapit na. Is it 22 times 23? Yes, it is. Ha ha ha. O, diba nakuha siya ng trial and error? We have 23 times 22 equals 0. So, magkakaroon ako ng negative 23 and positive 22. So, ano ibig sabihin nito mga anak? Dalawa po ang possible pairs natin. It's either, alin dito? Either negative 22 and negative 23 or positive 22 and positive 23. So, yan ang possible answers natin, ha? Hindi tayo pwedeng magbigay ng isa lang because we have two possible answers. So, whenever you give your answer, we have to state both. So, the numbers are either negative 22 and negative 23 or positive 22 and positive 23. So your sentence can be as simple as that. Okay? So remember, this is a quadratic equation. May dalawa talaga tayong possible answer. Pero minsan, hindi possible yung kabila. So kailan nangyayari na hindi nagiging possible yung negative number answer or irrational type of answer? Syempre, kapag eksakto na or when it involves measurement. So, halimbawa, itong second problem natin. A rectangular garden has the length of x plus 2, a width of x plus 1, and an area of 42 meters squared. Find the perimeter of this garden. So, how will we go about this? In order for us to find the perimeter, remember mga anak, ang perimeter po natin, perimeter is the sum of all the sides. Okay? At ang area naman natin, yan po yung product ng length times width. So, magkaiba po yan ha, si area tsaka si perimeter. Perimeter, sum of all sides. Tapos yung area natin is what we get when we multiply the two dimensions with each other. So, dito, syempre, dahil may measurement involved, hindi tayo pwedeng tumanggap ng negative answer. So, dito, masasift through natin yung solutions natin. At kailangan yung positive answer lang ang kukunin natin. Okay? So, let's try to solve this. Sa representation, since this involves a rectangular garden, pwede kayo mag-drawing for the representation. So, the length daw is x plus 2. Tapos, yung width daw niya is x plus 1. And then, the area is 42 meters squared. So, ano ngayon ang problema natin? Ang problema natin mga anak ay kailangan makuha natin yung length ng bawat isang side. Pag nakuha natin yung length ng bawat isang side, makukuha na po natin yung perimeter natin. Okay? So, ang equation natin is first, of course, we need to solve for x. In order for us to solve for x, we need to multiply the length times the width and make it equal doon sa ating area, which is 42 meters squared. So, let's now try to solve this. naalala nyo yung technique ko sa inyo na tinuro when it comes to multiplying. You don't need to do any FOIL. Ang kailangan lang natin gawin ay you just add and then you also multiply. So, ito dapat ay x squared plus 3x plus 2. Tapos we have 42. Ang gagawin natin, ililipat po natin si 42 sa kabila. So, we're gonna have x squared plus 3x plus 2 minus 42 equals 0. So, now our equation becomes x squared plus 3x minus 40 equals 0. So, kailangan nating malaman yung factors ng 40 that if you subtract will get you 3. So, yun naman po ay si 8 and si 5. So, I gave 8 the plus kasi plus po yung ating middle term. Which means our answers are x is equal to negative 8 and x is equal to positive 5. So, ito mga anak yung sinasabi ko kanina na kapag meron tayong nakuhang negative na answer, hindi natin siya pwedeng tanggapin. Kasi we don't have any negative measurements. Wala namang negative 8 meters, di ba? So, kailangan yung positive lang yung kukuhanin natin. So, therefore, x is 5. Pero we don't stop here. Kasi ano ba yung tanong? Ang tanong is find the perimeter of the garden. So, alamin muna natin yung length ng sides. We have 5 plus 1 and then 5 plus 2. Ang 5 plus 1 po ay 6. Ang 5 plus 2 po ay 7. So, now that we know that we have now that we know all of the sides, pwede na natin kuhanin ang perimeter. So, that's 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7. So, 12 plus 14 is, bakit nag-auto-solve? Mamaya ito turn off ko yan. But anyway, it's 12 plus 14, 26 meters. Ang final answer po natin ay the perimeter is 26 meters. So, it can be as simple as that. Okay? So, simpleng-simple lang yung problem natin. Hindi natin kailangang habaan yung final answer natin. It can be as simple as the perimeter is 26 meters. Okay? So, yaan po yung sa ating rectangular garden. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this para makopya nyo yung notes nyo. Okay, tapos ito, babalik ko lang para makapag-screenshot kayo. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's move on. So, dito na tayo sa ating word work problem. I have two people. Morpheus and Dagny can do a typing job in 12 days if they work together. If Morpheus was to work alone, it would take him 6 days longer than if Dagny would do it. How long would it take Dagny to complete the job? So, ganito po ang pag-solve. May several types kasi tayo ng work problems. Remember, ang work na kayang gawin ng isang tao, halimbawa, si Morpheus. Ang kayang gawin ni Morpheus is 1 over x. That is his part of the job. So, you're working, yung x natin, yun yung number of days na kaya niyang gawin yung trabaho. Okay? Ang sabi dito, if Morpheus was to work alone, it would take him 6 days longer than if Dagny would do it. So, mas mabagal siya kay Dagny. So, kung si Dagny ay 1 over x, ano dapat yung representation natin kay Morpheus? Dadagdagan natin ng 6 days, di ba? So, that means, ang representation ng fraction ng trabaho na kayang gawin ni Morpheus is x plus 6. Okay? So, where does the 12 days enter? Kasi isa namang trabahong ginagawa nila. Pero if they work together, they can finish it in 12 days. Yan po yung ilalagay natin sa numerator nila. Okay? So, that means they are working on one job. So, ito yung part ni Morpheus. Ito yung part ni Dagny pala. Ito yung part ni Morpheus. If they work together, it would take them 12 days. So, we're gonna multiply that by 12. Ibig sabihin, 12 over x plus 12 over x plus 6 equals 1. So, bakit siya equal sa 1, mga anak? Kasi they are doing one job together. Okay? So that is how we formulate yung ating equation that we need to solve. So ang representation natin, of course, is let x be Dagny's work time, and then x plus 6 be Morpheus's work time. So that means yan yung kaya nilang tapusin yung trabaho in those specific times. Ang equation natin is yung kaka-formulate lang natin, 12 over x plus 12 over x plus 6 equals 1. So, paano natin ngayon yan isosolve? O di, gagawin natin yung ray. Ginagawa natin usually. So, magkaiba yung denominator natin. I-multiply po natin. And then, we're going to do butterfly. So, magka-cross multiply tayo. So, we have 12 times x plus 6. And then, 12x equals 1. Let's simplify this entire thing. We're going to have 12x plus 12 times 6 is 72. Tapos plus 12x all over x squared plus 6x equals 1. So, dahil equal po yan sa 1, let's continue here. Wait lang. I'll erase this part. Hindi naman natin kailangan yan. Ang liit naman ng eraser ko. Okay. Alright. So, we're gonna continue right over here. Magkakaroon ako ng 24x plus 72. Tapos, ililipat ko po si x squared at saka si 6x over here to the other side. And then, I'm going to transfer negative 24x minus 72. And then, we have x squared minus 18x minus 72. So, yan ngayon ang ating quadratic equation, and then you'll need to solve that.